Hi again, everyone. So this is for Intro to Psych. When you log in the first time, typically this menu will pop up. For some reason, it's because the first item on my list there was a video. It's not linking it, so just click to the next. This has the syllabus and the schedule, the PDF of the textbook if you'd like to take a look at that. But keep in mind you do need to work in the class and to do the textbook readings and take the study guide questions and all of that. But this is if you want to look at this offline, if you want to print portions of it, you can do that at a copy center. This is an OER textbook, which means there's essentially no copyright on it, so anyone can print it. If you have any questions about that, we also have some hard copies. There should be some hard copies on campus. So send me any textbook questions if you would really like a paper copy of the textbook. So you click through that. Most of what you need will be in this content area. So that's really where you want to start. Don't pay too much attention to this bar up here. This will tell you that you clicked through some of the topics. It does not mean that your work is complete. Check the grade book if you have questions about your grade. That's where you should be looking. And again, you can always email me. So there's that video that is going to be out in the announcements. This is my little intro to me. For you guys, the syllabus and schedule, the textbook. You can start right away working in Mod 1. Again, basically ignore this. If this says it's 100% complete and you go in the grade book and you don't have 100% of your grades in there, again, that just means that you've clicked through the topics and looked at them. It does not necessarily mean you've done all your work. You should start with really the study plan and the Mod 1 discussion. In some units, I will have you start with the discussion if I want you to just purely do a brainstorm, brain dump post before you even look at the content. But we'll get to that later. Your first discussion posting should be by September 2nd. So that's the first Monday of class. I do that because I want students to have discussion content to respond to. So this is a dialogue that you should be having with your classmates throughout the semester on different topics. And so it's really important that everybody get in and at least do that initial posting. And again, for this one, you need to watch this TED Talk. It's relatively short. I think it's under 20 minutes. And then just talk a little bit about the video and introduce yourselves to the class. So you won't really have a lot of supported statements and that kind of thing in this discussion. As the class moves on, we'll talk more about citing sources and using reliable sources and that kind of thing. But in this week, I just want you to talk about the video and to introduce yourselves to all of us so we can all get to know each other a little bit as best we can in that discussion forum. The study plan needs to be done, again, also by the first week. So this is essentially reading your textbook. You will start with this pretest, and you basically click through all the tiles here in the study plan. All right, so there'll be questions like this. You just answer them. Click through, scroll down here to the next button, and just go through and answer these questions, okay? You can always, you always want to make sure that when you're taking a study plan test like this or a quiz, that you're clicking through to next and not exiting out because you might lose the work that you're doing. So this is just some reading. So again, you just move left to right, top to bottom, and when you, let's see, so this is really where like the reading content is. And you just click through this like you'd be turning the pages. Then you'll get some of these self-check questions. Make sure you answer these, check your answers. It'll tell you if you're right or wrong. And then you'll get some feedback based on what you do, okay? So you want to see done check, like these green done check marks in these boxes. And if you have a question about that, I'll see if I can get a better picture of it. I'd have to go through and do it myself right now, which I don't want to extend the video longer than I need to. So you want to see those green check marks, and then you're going to take the quiz. For you guys, the quiz will tell you how many attempts you have remaining. Oh, there we go. So this is what that looks like, because I answered the question in the self-check for this learning chapter. I read through the material. Then you will get some feedback again on, did you answer those questions correctly? Did you do what you were supposed to do? That kind of thing. Then you'll be able to take the quiz. You have 2 attempts on the quiz. So if you don't like your score the first time, you can retake it. If you have a quiz that's unsubmitted, the computer will automatically submit it and count that against your attempts. Send me an email. I am happy to reset the quiz for you. If you take it twice and you're not happy with your score and you'd like to take it again, send me an email. I will reset it for you. I do want you to go back and read the material before you take it again to improve your score. Okay, so as long as you're doing that, as long as you're going back and seeing where you had some confusion or whatever and learning the material, and then you can take the quiz again. In many cases, I have students, much improve as they take the quizzes. So just send me an email and I'll reset those for you. Okay? Give yourself time to work on these. It takes some time to get through this, and you only have a week to do that part of it. Okay, now, I didn't finish the whole study plan. You saw what it said here, right? That these, sorry, this computer's a little slow today. Okay, so these are not done. I'm not done. I'm done with one tile, but I'm not done with the whole thing. But Brightspace is telling me I'm 100% done. So again, this bar up here, don't really pay any attention to that, okay? If I could take it off, I would. It's part of the computer system. Okay, so the next thing, go into the discussion. You can start a new thread here, respond to this. There also is a part 2 that you do need to answer. So start with this. This is what's due. This first Mod 1 discussion, part 1, is due by the first Monday. Okay, so as we get into the second week, we'll talk more about what's in part 2 of the discussion. And that's typically how things will work. We'll have sort of a part 1 discussion in the first week and a part 2 discussion in the second week. And then you take the quiz, and that you have the full 2 weeks to do. So if you do the study guide and then you want to take the quiz and then you're done for the 2 weeks with the reading, that's fine with me. You can take the quiz anytime, as long as you're done with that by September 9th, which is the second Monday of class. All right, I think that's it for now. Send me any questions that you have, and I look forward to hearing from all of you and getting to know you. Have a great weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful.